Hi, this is Heather, also known as Heathwitch, and I'm here with another Witch Casket unboxing video. This is the Witch Casket for November 2019. I've not looked inside this yet, so let's take a peek. Witch Casket is a UK-based monthly subscription service mystery box for witches and anyone interested in spellcraft and magic. So, let's take a peek. This is my third Witch Casket box now. So this says, November is our 36th Witch Casket. So I had to believe that Witch Casket is 3 years old this month. This celebrates practical magic. We hope you found the contents both practical and magical. Cool. So what I'm going to do is, on the back is the list of contents. I'm actually not going to look at that yet. I'm just going to dive into the box and see what there is and give a bit of commentary about my thoughts about each item, and then I'll probably check them off against the contents later on. So let's start off. There's a Witch Casket sticker. This is something that appears in every Witch Casket so far, and they're all a little different. Nice to see red and black being used. These are two of my favourite colours. I know it's showing up a little bit orange on the video, but this is actually a lovely red colour. And 50% off all store orders. Cool. That's a nice little bonus. Okay, so the artwork is a lovely art card with lots of different spells, spell items and symbols on, courtesy of Tea Cake Art. I like the astrology symbols that we've got here, the elemental symbols, the spell book, the potion bottle. It's all pretty groovy actually. That's pretty nice card. I'm tempted to scan that and use it as my desktop background. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Know the Truth Intuition Ritual contains everything you need to heighten your intuition and awareness. Let's take a peek. I love the spell kits that they give in Witch Casket, because they tend to be exactly what they say on the tin and exactly what you need. Just enough, not too much. Okay, so we have a white candle, spell candle, a compostable bag, which contains two compostable bags, which contain, now see, at this level, my herb lore isn't good enough to identify those straight off the bat. So let's see what the card says. Blend the yarrow and mugwort together. Yeah, marrow and mugwort, light the candle, place your herb base around the base. Blend around the base. This is pretty cool. I like yarrow and mugwort as magical herbs. Mugwort tea is also very nice. I'm a little bit ashamed that I didn't recognise these two, but you know, that's really splitting hairs, I think, and being really picky. Both fantastic herbs for intuition, awareness, dream work. Yarrow and mugwort. Yarrow's also really good for boundary setting and protection. Mugwort is fantastic to amplify absolutely any spell that you need amplification for. It's one of my go-tos if my spell work needs a little bit more oomph. So yeah, that's a nice combo. And the spell is quite short and sweet. Keep it simple, witches. Let's not overcomplicate matters. The cleaner and more concise your energy, the better for when you're working any kind of spell. Let's not get superfluous with anything, okay? So next up is, oh, okay, we have a vintage style candle holder. Awesome. Now this is actually quite useful because I do have a habit of moving candles around once they're lit, which is not altogether the safest thing to do. Please don't do what I do and move them around. Yeah, make sure that you're burning candles safely and responsibly. You're keeping them well ventilated, away from anything that is flammable, and also that you're keeping an eye on them so that they're not left to burn and accidentally cause fires. That said, vintage style candle holder, going to be incredibly useful for my practice, and also looks good. You know, it's got some weight to it. It's metal. It will be incredibly useful in my practice and be a bit safer for me. So that's yeah, I'm very practical. Lives up to the theme, definitely does. Okay, so now we have Arctic Raspberry Loose Leaf Tea. Try saying that fast. Black tea with mango, rosehip and raspberry pieces, white tea, rose petals and natural flavours, organic compliant. Lovely. So I can add this to my loose tea collection. Anyone that's seen any of my videos before will know that most of my teas are loose, and that's the way I prefer them these days. I did make the switch from bagged tea to loose tea a year or two ago, and it was one of the best things that I could have done for the environment, for my pocket. Tastes better. I just love it. I just love it so much, and I'm always grateful to get a new flavour of tea in any, you know, in any subscription box or gift or anything like that. Absolutely brilliant. Mango, rosehip and raspberry, quite fruity. Mango is one of my favourite things, so definitely looking forward to this one. Might even give it a try tomorrow. Right, next. Oh, now. I'm not looking at the card yet, but this looks like a piece of black kyanite. I'm hoping I'm right. It's definitely got the shard forms like kyanite, blue kyanite has. I would technically call this a black kyanite blade rather than tumblestone or rough piece. It's a blade. I have oodles of blue kyanite, but no black. So this is exciting. Let's see if I'm right. Black kyanite, there we go. Healing properties, sweeps away negative energies, unwanted energies, negative energies. Excellent aid for divination and clairvoyance, very calming and helps with communication. That's fantastic. I know very little about black kyanite. I know what it looks like, but I have yet to use any, and I have yet to properly connect with and explore its energies. So this is a teaching moment, learning moment for me, which is fantastic. Always learning, always excited to learn more. So yeah, I look forward to meditating with that, getting to know it, using it, adding it to my crystals collection. Fantastic. Pop that back in there. I love these little organza baggies that they give because they're fantastic for spell work. They're great for you know, keeping stones out the way, you know, just putting a bag full of quick tumble stones together into your pocket. Fantastic stuff. Right, what have we got next? What's here? This is oh great, an enamel pin. Card's a bit battered, but never mind. Tarot cards. Pentacles. Yeah, fantastic. I love enamel pins. This will go on my, I store my enamel pins on pin flags, fabric pin flags, and so this one will go on my witchy pin flag. If people want to see my witchy pin flag at any point, I can do a video explaining what all the pins are on it and where I got most of, if not all of them, from. So yeah, nice addition, you know, with pentacle and tarot cards, both of which are used often to excess in this household. Oh, fantastic. Dragon's Fire incense sticks. I always appreciate the fact that there's incense in these boxes, whether they be stick or loose incense or cone incense, because I go through it that quickly. 15 sticks, made in India. Unique blend of hot perfumes created by Dragon's Fire. Lovely. Fantastic. And I actually do have an incense stick holder that is a dragon's head, and you put the end of the stick inside its mouth. So that will be a nice juxtaposition of items when I get to burn these. Quite looking forward to it. Okay. Ooh, what's this? So this is something fabricy. It's huge. Oh, cool! It's a bag. Can't quite get it on the video all together, but it is a Witch Casket 2019 Casket Crew. It is a bag that's got. Let's just see if I can make a little bit more space. Not much, but a little bit. Pop that there. I'm working in very cramped conditions today, so this is not great. But yeah, with arm straps, so it can go on your back if you want. So yeah, fantastic. That'll be cool to just slip some odds and ends in when I'm down at the store or nipping out somewhere. Okay, going back to the box items. I think we're near the end. There's some more down here. So what's this? Witch Casket Altar Protection Display, made from 100% recycled material. Double-sided altar display piece to enhance and protect your magical space. I really love, I've said this before, but I really, really love the way that Witch Casket colour coordinate every box. So every box is coloured differently. They all have so far the ones that I've had have all had a black background, but the colours in each month have been different. So like we've had orange, we've had blue, this is red. And you can really see the reddish tones here as opposed to it being orange. But it is coming up orange a lot of the time on here. So, oh, nice little stand there. And the front of it has this, I'll try and do it without the glare, cauldron with smoke and potion and pentacle. And on the back it says, "Sacred space, pure and clear, only good may enter here. I drive away negativity, as I will it, so mote it be." Nice. And I'm sure that you can get a good rhythm with those. I've read it rather badly, but you can probably get a good rhythm with that once you actually get your tongue around it all. So yeah, nice portable spell kit as well. You know, if you were going somewhere like traveling and you wanted to clear your hotel room or something. Hotel rooms and Airbnbs and things like that, they often have no smoking, no joss sticks, no candles. So something like this, maybe with a flower essence or a vibrational essence spray as a combo. Or good old-fashioned blessed water, salted water, just flicked into the atmosphere. Something like that with this would make a really nice, quick travel companion. You don't even need to take the stand with you if you don't need to. Of course, you don't really need this at all. You can just make do with salt and water, or flower essence spray, or your breath, or something like that. But if you want something more tangible that helps you focus, then this is definitely a fantastic idea. And yeah, very useful for newcomers to the craft, newcomers to Magick. Also, you know, if like me, you are a witch who lives with chronic illness and you're having a day when your focus isn't that great, or your magical intention isn't really proving to be that strong on its own, then something like this will certainly help me on those days. So yeah, and of course, if you are attuned to Reiki or work with energy, which if you're practicing the craft, then you will be working with energy, you can of course charge it with energy on days when you're feeling better. Leave it out in the moonlight, leave it out in the sunlight. Be careful that it doesn't get faded, obviously, but you can charge it that way as well, so that you can then imbue it with magical intent for protection and then take it with you somewhere, or gift it to someone, or have it on your altar. I mean, even if this is just sitting on your altar whenever you do any kind of protective magic, it will soak up that energy so that you can then return to it at some other point to then harness that energy as much as you like. So this is a nice, quick focal point, very pretty artwork. Great chant on the back. So yeah, fantastic. I'll put that there. And then also in here, these are the last two items. So we have black and red ritual candles. Black says purification, protection and banishing. Red, passion, courage and strength. Now, every witch has their own colour correspondences for candle work and crystal work and magic in general, and colour work and colour magic, which is why so many might slightly differ if you read different magical textbooks or guides to the craft. There may be variations. When I started out practicing, which was a long time ago now, initially I did not start with any kind of ritual or spell candles. I started with birthday cake candles because I was small and they were easily accessible to me. You know, I was single digits and they were easily accessible. And over time, I learnt about, you know, having different types of candle, whether it be birthday candles, votives, tea lights, ritual candles, church candles, dinner candles, tapers, all the different varieties of candles and all the different colours. Initially, when I first started learning colour theory, I went with whatever correspondences felt closest to my own preferences. And those correspondences were given in a Wicca book. I don't know which one now because I've read so many over the years. But over time, those correspondences morphed and changed when I started attributing my own correspondences to those colours. So for instance here, black, it says purification, protection and banishing. I actually also use black. The main use I have for black actually is comfort. For me, it is a very comforting colour. It is the comfort of the womb, the comfort of a cave, the comfort of a dark temple. So, you know, the comfort of being curled up under a duvet in the middle of the night. You know, that's very privileged for me to say that, because some people don't even have that. And, you know, it's very privileged to be able to have different colours of candles at our disposal if we can. If you're wanting to work cheaply with candles, then birthday cake candles, again, like I've just said, they're often patterned or coloured, so you can use colour theory with those, or you can just get pure white candles, which will stand in for any purpose. Personally, I like to make sure I've always got at least white and black on hand, because then if I am doing something that requires some kind of protection or banishing, then I will also use black, but white can be used for these purposes as well. And then red here, we've got passion, courage and strength. I would add creativity to that because I find red to be quite a stimulating colour. I would also use it for, if I was working any kind of protection magic, I would also use it for that. Incidentally, these were two of the three colours that my husband and I chose for our wedding, which was not gothic themed or witchy themed in any way. Well, there was witchy undertones if you knew where to look, but it wasn't overtly gothic in any way, shape or form. Or you know, a lot of people said to us, black and red, are you sure? And we said, it's going to be sophisticated, it's going to be nice. And it was It was very lovely. That was nearly 11 years ago now. But yeah, so let's have a quick look at these. I love the fact that Witch Casket always includes some kind of candle, because if you're a witch that does anything with magic, then, you know, you go through candles a dime a dozen. So yeah, fantastic, nice tapered length. And just out of interest, bingo, there we go. Fits in the candle, the portable candle holder. So that's a nice, you know, because some companies wouldn't have thought to make sure that that is the case. So lovely. So now I'm like, my little brain's going away, going, do I use that for spell work, or shall I save that for our wedding anniversary later this year and use them then? And then we also have the traditional Witch Casket scroll, which always has, it's always sealed with a sticker that's got Witch Casket on it. Now, I have got no nails because I am a chronic nail biter. So I don't know if I'll be able to open this without ripping the paper. Lovely. Let me just reach into a drawer, because in a drawer there is a pair of scissors, and what I can do hopefully is just very gently, hopefully slice across that join. Yes, no, maybe. Snip across it. Unfortunately, I am not in a room where my knitting kit is, because that has a very fine pair of scissors in there. And this is a little embarrassing because, you know, my nails are pretty atrocious, but you know, high functioning anxiety will give you little making a bit of a pig's ear of this one this month. Whoops, slid out the way. And this is actually quite, from the looks of things, it's quite heavily printed as well. So let's try and get through this last. Come on, there we go. Right, simple house blessing / cleansing. Now, what's nice here is Witch Casket always include at least one scroll with something in it that you can add to your book of shadows. Simple house blessing / cleansing ritual. Clean and declutter. Your house. Include your closets and your drawers. Start at the top of your home and work down and out. Counterclockwise to banish energy. Herbs and resins recommended for cleansing and purifying. So here we've got lavender, dragon's blood, peppermint, sandalwood, frankincense and cedar. I'm trying to tilt this so that it doesn't reflect with the light, but not very well. And then nice little chant. Couple of nice little chants, stating of intentions, using of smoke. So nice little easy, clear, direct to the point, concise cleansing ritual there. And then that's it. Now, I think in my very first Witch Casket video, I mentioned these packaging chips and said, oh, it's a bit of a shame that they've included these. I've since discovered, and I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I've since discovered that these are actually compostable, So you can just pop them in your composting. I think they're made of, I think it's cornstarch. And you can just put them in your composting. So, or, you know, that most of the packaging in Witch Casket is environmentally friendly, and I believe everything is vegan, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, so that is the sum total of what's in this box. Let's go back to the contents list. Witch Casket exclusive Casket Crew drawstring eco bag. There we go. Vintage style candle holder. 2-piece altar protection display made from recycled material. Know the Truth Intuition Ritual Kit. Ace of Pentacles. Enamel pin. Of course it is. I don't use a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck as my main deck. In fact, none of my decks are Rider-Waite-Smith based decks. Out of the ones that I'm currently using, I do own Rider-Waite-Smith decks and Rider-Waite-Smith clone decks, but the decks that I'm currently working with are not based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. So I am less familiar with the traditional symbology, such as that, for the Ace of Pentacles. For instance, in the Gaian Tarot, which is the deck that I predominantly use for myself and for readings, the Ace of Pentacles is the Ace of Earth, and that is a baby deer curled up at the bottom of a tree, a little fawn. So yeah, very different to the traditional symbology, but it has this very similar themes about new growth and innocence and raw, honest loyalty and all the things that the earth element is symbolic of. Okay, house cleansing parchment scroll, red and black candles, black kyanite, dragon's fire incense sticks, Arctic raspberry loose leaf tea, A6 art print by Tea Cake Art. Awesome. The organza bag we use in our packaging are made great for charm spells, proud to be vegan friendly. There we go. Please reuse or recycle all packaging. I do that anyway. So that is the Witch Casket for November 2019. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe, share, like or comment, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and blessings to all.